ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to bring you an update on VeChain. VeChain has been exploding. We let you know right here that it was breaking out, and we've been seeing bullish continuation ever since. Folks, you have to stay tuned to this channel. Like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon for notifications, and I'll tell you why. Because we were making videos about VeChain. I was making videos about VeChain right within this APAC, saying if we broke down, this is where we could likely fall to, likely find support. This is where I would be looking to accumulate VeChain, and that is exactly where we fell back down to, exactly where we found support. And look, if you'd have been tuned to this channel and watching our videos, and if you'd got in then, you could have been up 70%. Folks, you have to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon notified notifications, because I think this is just the beginning for VeChain. VeChain was in this very macro ascending triangle. I know there's a lot of lines here, but I promise you it makes some degree of sense. So we're in this very macro ascending triangle, broke out bullishly. If we take the height of this macro ascending triangle, we move it to the breakout point, we see here that we could theoretically, technically speaking, go to 6 cents in the near future here. That also lines up pretty perfectly with one of our fib extension levels. So I do think it's just a matter of time before VeChain hits 6 cents. Now, is that a guarantee? Absolutely not. But folks, also I honestly don't know when we're gonna hit 6 cents, because this market is so incredibly bullish. Coins are breaking out and breaching price targets that I thought would take weeks and months in a matter of days and hours. It's absolutely crazy how bullish the market is. It's truly hard to wrap my mind around. As well, folks, you can look back yesterday. I made a video yesterday saying how VeChain was very likely to get rejected off these levels. That's exactly where we got rejected, and we found support exactly where we've driven, where I've drawn support lines from weeks, if not months ago at this point. So, folks, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon notified because we've been killing it. So let's take a look at our indicators to kind of get a sense what VeChain kind of looks like here. So let's take a look at the daily. Everything bullish crossover from the daily MACD, weighted MACD up, stochastic RSI up, regular RSI, bullish divergence on the way up. Ooh, look at this is gorgeous. Look at this, folks. Look at that bullish divergence. Oof, that's gorgeous. And again, I was talking about that yesterday, so make sure you stay tuned to this channel. As soon as we saw bullish divergence on the RSI like that, we were very likely to explode, and we have. So folks, as well, look at that on the 12-hour. Beautiful bullish divergence on the RSI. Look at that. That's so technically gorgeous. Ooh, I love that. Okay. First sign of weakness, kind of bearish crossover from the stochastic RSI. Also, we're kind of in the overbought regions. Aside from that, everything's bullish. Yeah, look at that. Bullish crossover from the stochastic RSI. Does not want to go down. RSI concerningly overbought. And weighted MACD bullish crossover. Extremely bullish still. 3-hour bullish. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour is where we're starting to see some signs of some weakness with VeChain. MACD taken down, bearish cross from the weighted MACD, stochastic RSI, bearish crossover on the way down. RSI overbought. And look, I love using the weighted MACD because it's kind of like a leading indicator for the regular MACD, and the stochastic RSI is kind of like a leading indicator for the regular RSI. So I love pairing these together. So folks, kind of to summarize here, VeChain looks stupidly bullish both in price action and in our indicators, given that we've broken bullishly out of like the several month-long ascending triangle. But we're starting to see some weakness. We're kind of overbought on the lower time frames, like the hourly looks like it's kind of looks a little bit weak. So this is kind of what I think is going to happen here. Again, we're finding rejection exactly where I could have predicted from this pitchfork that I've drawn since yesterday. So you gotta stay tuned to this channel, folks. So since the hourly is kind of seeing some weakness here, I do think it kind of makes sense that we maybe fall back down, retest this median support line, or perhaps fall back down to this peak. If we can find support there, I think we continue to go for that leg up and maybe break out here. If we cannot find support in these regions, maybe we go for that leg down and retest the original breakout point of around 3-5 cents. So we'll have to see if anything interesting happens. Stay tuned to this channel, folks. We'll definitely be talking about it here and in our Discord group. Link to join that will be down in the description below. As well, we offer a VIP Discord group where they get to see lots of goodies that no one else gets to see, and some stuff, and they get to see things first, the coins we're looking at first. So make sure you check that out. There's some low cap gems in our VIP Discord group that I think you probably should be interested in. Link for that will be down in the description below to join our Patreon. As well, we will be giving away a hardware wallet randomly to one of the first 100 patrons who become Patreon members. So yeah, check that out. Link down in the description below. So folks, hourly kind of looking weak. We could fall back down to these regions. Ultimately, I just think it's a matter of time before we hit 6 cents, whether we fall back down here kind of to the 3.8 region, 3.86 region, or to the breakout point of the 355. I think it's still just a matter of time before we hit 6 cents. The market is insanely bullish, and long term, I do think VeChain has a very good chance of hitting 50 cents to $1 over the long term. Do I know that for sure? Absolutely not. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. There is no way of knowing for sure how high these coins are going to go or when they're going to reach their peak. But I do think something like that is probable, and I do think this market is probable. I think Bitcoin is likely to reach its peak sometime September, October this year, and VeChain and the altcoins are likely to reach their peak roughly a month after Bitcoin. I'm basing that off the fact that Ethereum and the altcoins last cycle, 2017, reached their peak roughly a month after Bitcoin. So could something similar happen this time around? I do think something similar is probably likely to happen. So that's what I have in mind. And for those who don't know, I probably should have mentioned this maybe at the beginning, but VeChain is by far the leader in its niche. It aims to improve supply chains and logistics through tracking on the blockchain. It already has massive partnerships. BMW, Walmart, China. It seems like getting new partnerships every single day. VeChain is an absolute monster, and I kind of like that it doesn't have a lot of hype behind it right now. I don't see a lot of the big YouTubers really talking about it, but I think it's just a matter of time before that changes. Because look, guys, you want to be. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do, but you want to be accumulating when things are boring, when no one's looking at it. When things have exploded and there's tons of hype behind it, you've already missed the opportunity. But if you would have stayed tuned to this channel, you would have heard how this is exactly where I would have been looking to accumulate VeChain. That's exactly where we found support, and you would have been up over 70% by now. So stay tuned to this channel, folks. And as well, just before I leave you guys, I do want to mention what I find to be the most critical support level for VeChain, which is the 100 EMA on the 12 hour. If we fall below that, very bad news bears, very no bueno. I believe VeChain is no longer short-term bullish if we fall below the 100 EMA on the 12 hour, and I'll tell you why. Because look, last time we pumped and dumped, found support on the 100 EMA on the 12 hour. Pumped, dumped, found support on the 100 EMA on the 12 hour. So I think the 100 EMA on the 12 hour is obviously a very, very important support range. So anywhere from kind of like, I'd say 2.8 to 3 cent is where I would personally be looking to accumulate VeChain. If we fell back down that low, that's kind of like the area of last resort for VeChain, in my opinion. If we had like a massive correction, that's where I would expect VeChain to find support. Lots of volume being built up in these regions, and 100 EMA on the 12 hour is right there. I do not think it's likely that we fall back down in these regions, although it is technically possible, so I want to mention it as a possibility. Ultimately, wherever the 100 EMA on the 12 hour happens to be at whatever time you're watching this video, whatever time you check, that's what I think is the most important support level for VeChain. So folks, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon, notified new uploads. Thank you for watching. Oh, and as well, God, these videos go on for so long, but there's so much I want to mention. I didn't even mention like half the things I want to talk about, but I do feel it's worthwhile just mention Bitcoin dominance, because Bitcoin dominance is a very good gauge of what the altcoins can do. Whenever Bitcoin dominance rises, altcoins typically suffer. Whenever it falls, altcoins typically benefit. For those who don't know, Bitcoin dominance is the total value of Bitcoin in comparison to the total value of all cryptocurrencies. It's a very good gauge of the altcoins. If all of a sudden we see Bitcoin dominance start to spike and rally, that should tell you that's going to place the dampers on the altcoins such as VeChain. If Bitcoin dominance starts to fall and go for that next leg down, that should tell you that's going to give the altcoins more gas in the tank to keep pumping. So folks, I'll wrap it up here. I've spoken long enough. Thank you for watching. Take care.